Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Vanillaraccoon and welcome to a Minecraft Let's Play. We're going to start things off by saying thank you ever so much for showing such strong support on the previous episode. For those of you who missed it, then right beneath the like and subscribe buttons on this video, you can go ahead and find a link that will take you to it. But just to show you real quick what it is that we had done, we got our build on in creating the Arch of Aeneas, and then we also did some landscaping to create something that is resembling a plaza. But in this episode, at least, what we're going to be doing is we're sort of gonna get our build on, but we're also gonna primarily focus on landscaping. The reason why is because right in this open space once stood a large size NPC villager house, but as you can tell, it is no more, and all of the building blocks that made it are now safely deposited within this chest, and we are actually going to be making just a small communal garden. Now, I will say right here and now that I'm not too happy with this pathway that naturally generated within the NPC village. So after we get our build on, but mainly doing some landscaping in this small space, we're going to adjust this pathway so we can actually walk up and down this hillside. Or maybe as I begin to do some landscaping and get my build on, I'll also begin to work on this pathway as well. Who knows? But one thing I do want to also mention real quick is that in the previous two episodes, at least, I tried to give my Minecraft Let's Plays a little bit of a cinematic look by utilizing the black bars that I use in my Pokemon Go short films. Now, in the event that you had no idea that I produced Pokemon Go short films and you're interested in checking them out, then through the power of YouTube cards, one will be appearing in the top right corner of your screen that you can click or tap on, and it will take you to the beginning of my playlist for that series here on the main channel. And just a quick disclosure, yes, the early videos are a little, I'm not gonna say what's the word that people use these days, they're not triggering, but they're not well, I'm just gonna say right here and now that the first few videos within that series are a little, well, you can tell that I was just starting a new genre of gaming content here on the channel, and I was finding my bearings. But as time progressed fairly quickly, I figured out my niche, and I started to go buck wild with producing Pokemon Go short films. So hopefully you guys enjoy that if you're into it. And also, if you do enjoy it, then make sure you leave a like on those videos and share them with your peeps, so then they can also find their new home for entertainment and enjoy the content that comes from it. But I think that's enough yapping for me. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to begin to work on this pathway and also do some landscaping and building in this small space. And when I bring it back, I'll either have a progress update or a finished product. So then in the third and final act, we can go ahead and have another discussion similar to what we had in the previous episode, but also just do some caving. And yeah, so I'll be right back with ya. Welcome back to Act 2 of this Minecraft Let's Play, and this is going to be a bit of a progress update. So I'm going to do my best to walk you guys through my thinking process, and if I begin to trip and stumble over my words, then please forgive me. I'm still getting used to recording this type of content for you once again, and believe me when I say this, I really don't like taking breaks from producing content from your new home for entertainment, mainly because of this. It's like riding a bicycle almost, at least in my opinion, where once you get into the flow of doing things, it becomes second nature. But eventually, after a short break, it can be a little challenging, is the word I will use there. It can be a little challenging to get back up and start from where you left off. Now, when I was envisioning this area before even beginning to record this episode, I sort of imagined that structure being gone, along with the large NPC villager house that I spoke of in the first act being gone as well. And in that small little corner, there would just be maybe a few fence posts, a few fence gates, and maybe even a few crop farms growing alongside a body of water. But pretty much that would be it. However, this project kind of took a turn that I didn't foresee, and I tried to make this cave at least look as natural as possible. However, I'm not entirely sure how well of a job I did, so if you guys could be so kind to let me know what I could do to improve on this in the comment section down below, that would be greatly appreciated. And if we begin to make our way up this pathway, well, this will take us to this little polyculture farm up here where we have the wheat, the carrots, the beetroots, the watermelon. Do I not have any potatoes growing up here? I thought I had potatoes growing. Anywho, so then if we were to turn the 90 degrees and face the north, we'll then see that we have that pathway that I spoke of pretty much fully completed. And I did my best to actually try and give this somewhat of a cave look to it. And as you can tell, we also have a variation of stone blocks being used. For example, we have just normal stone, and then we have some cobblestone, along with some, wait, don't tell me, oh, I always forget what this particular block is called. And then we have andesite, that's what you're called. Then we also have some andesite thrown into the mix, and also just to try and avoid using some torches and utilize the new textures some more, we have glowstone. And actually, for glowstone, that looks, I like it. I'd give it a 3.5, pushing 4 out of 5 in terms of how much I like it. Feel free to let me know down below in the comment section as well as to what textures you really like that are being changed as time progresses. And Jasper, I forget what his actual name is doing with the Minecraft textures. For those of you who don't know, everything in Minecraft is going to get an entirely new look, excluding relatively new items and blocks that were included. But anywho, so if we were to exit this cave and come out through here, you'll see that the pathway begins to wander up here and then ends right here, and it ends up here as well. What I'm thinking of doing is utilizing those top quality player heads and placing them down around here just to add some more plant life in a new way, seeing as how this is, after all, a vanilla plus all vanilla, no plugins world. So if we have some vanilla plus stuff that we can use, then why not? Now, we do have this pathway wrapping up right here, and I'm thinking of placing some chests down just to give this communal garden area some type of a storage, so that way in the event that I come up here and I have something on my person that I really don't care for and could just, you know, senselessly toss into a chest and leave it for eternity, then hey, it's no sweat off my back. But what I want to do with you here and now is I'm going to remove this particular grass block in 3, 2, 1, boom. And here we go. So aside from doing some landscaping and possibly getting my build on, I kept envisioning a small waterfall cascading from one pond up top all the way down to right here. Now, I think I may expand this just a little bit more, but I want to let this as it is, and I want to see if it's going to grow on me. If not, then I may extend this like I just said. But for the most part, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this progress update. So I am now going to finish off this project, and when I bring it back, we will then be ready to say farewell to one another, but at least have a brief discussion. So I'll see you guys in just a little moment. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have to admit something right here and now before we begin the third act, and that is, this is going to be my third time recording this segment for this Vanilla Plus Minecraft Let's Play. The reason why is because the first time I thought I hit the record button, oops, wrong key. I thought I hit the record button and I ended up not doing so, and I did all my caving off camera, behind the scenes, whatever it is you would like to call it. And then during the second take, I kind of was tripping over my words and it just didn't come out the way that I wanted to. So here's to 3 times the charm. Good things come in 3. Also, just for the sake of it, gonna knock on my wooden desk here and now in case you heard that. But let's go ahead and just quickly review what it is that I've done in regards to doing some landscape. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get my build on in this episode, but we can do that in another one, or maybe even in a future Twitch live stream over at twitch.tv/Vanillaraccoon. Now, as you can tell, we have a lot of top quality player heads that resemble an apple, and I may have gone over the top with them. However, I really want this ancient Roman rustic village That still sounds weird to say if you ask me. But I want this ancient Roman rustic village to have as much plant life as possible. Because it has rustic in it, well, it's going to have a rustic theme to it. I want it to have a lot of overgrowth, so maybe I didn't go over the top with these top quality player heads that resemble an apples, but feel free to let me know down below in the comment section what you think of it. Now, we also have a few of those top quality player heads that resemble plants, and as you can tell right here, we have a few pink ones, but also right down here we have a few blue ones. The reason why I placed these right here is because I wanted them to sort of go with the waterfall that we have cascading down the hillside, but also we have a few more of these blue potted plants right over here. Now, if we were to begin to make our way up here, you'll see that we have a few red ones lingering around. We also have some of these top quality player heads that resemble an unlit candle. The reason why is because let's go ahead and use our imagination for a moment. Let's just pretend that maybe it gets a little gusty up here and the candle is not able to stay lit. So I figured instead of trying to continuously light something that's going to be blown out in a matter of minutes, let's just go ahead and just leave it unlit and just let it sit there for decorational purposes. And so let's go ahead and just quickly run up here. You'll see that we have this small crevice, and then we also have another potted plant. We also have another unlit candle for the same reasons as the ones we have down there. But then we have a small little apple tree, and I think at least these small apple trees look oh so adorable. They look, well, they're fairly simple to make, but also just having something like these top quality player heads that resemble apples, just they really bring out a build if you ask me. But then right here we have a small ledge that overlooks the cave entrance right here, and then again we have some more potted flower plants. Wow, that is a tongue twister if you ask me. Now, for the moment, I'm going to be leaving this crafting chest table where it is, along with all the other chests. However, this chest right here, down here, this little guy is going to stay put because, as you can tell, it has a sign that reads floral supplies. And well, here we go. Now, we also have a chest right beneath these tables, and this is where we're going to be storing some more of our floral accessories. And then also right up here, as you may have noticed by now as I continue to run around through here, I do have a potion brewing stand, and right beneath it we have a chest which is going to store the supplies and materials that we're going to need to brew potions. And also, if we have any leftovers, then we could just toss them inside of there. But seeing as how now it looks like the sun is beginning to set, I think that is a good cue to begin to wrap things up. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get the discussion in this episode that I wanted to, but again, this is my third take, and at this point now, I'm running out of time to be able to record, edit, and then upload this video for your viewing pleasure. So as always, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Vanillaraccoon. You guys have been awesome. I would like to wish you a happy day, and peace out. Oh, wait, no, that's not my outro. Hang on a second. As always, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to drop a like, and if you are new to the channel, then consider subscribing to your new home for entertainment. But do not forget to turn on notifications, that way you will not miss a future upload. As always, my name is Vanillaraccoon. You guys have been awesome. I would like to wish you a happy day, and peace out.